Hey team!
I'm Dicky.
And I'm Nicky.
Welcome to the latest podcast. Today we're going to be taking you through, is your PT an investment or a liability? So we're going to dive deep into some cool topics about, just about that and about what we value probably as a good PT and how we sort of portray everything that we do in the industry and how proud we are of the work that we put into it. And then as a benefit of that, what then we get from our clients and the feedback we kind of get from clients. So
so it's just about the service that we provide. It's more than just turning up for an hour, getting a PT session and going away with nothing off the back of it.
Nothing to show for it.
It's the full service that we provide. So a PT session or hiring a PT or a coach should be more than just turning up, getting flogged for an hour, and then
what if you just want to get flogged for an hour?
Getting flogged like a donkey for an hour. Getting flogged for an hour and then walking away from it. So we talk about what Alex and I provide for our clients and what a good PT should really provide in terms of their service. So we're going to delve a little bit deeper into that. However,
obviously,
before we begin, I've got an interesting little fact for the troops.
We've got to get in Nicky's facts of the week.
However, none of
you have asked any facts yet, so you need to get your facts in. You need to drop a comment. You need to join the fact community and blow our minds as much as we're going to blow yours.
Yeah, troops. This mind is ready to be blown.
Right, hit me.
Right, when you're reducing body fat or when you're losing weight, do you know where it goes? I'll give you two guesses.
Sweat it out.
Incorrect.
Wee it out.
You actually breathe it out. It comes out of your breath. That's why people use ketones and stuff like that.
That makes sense now.
Yeah. So when you're...
And is that why when people are... That's why when people are in ketosis, their breath stinks.
Yeah. Well, it's when you start reducing body fat. If you reduce body fat drastically, you can actually taste it in your breath. Yeah. So
I'm just gonna call the keto.
So for those of you listening on the podcast, Alex has got a weird phone on his wall, which I suppose
it's how you get in.
Okay, yeah, his little monitor, and he's just outed me.
I've just phoned the keto police.
He's just called the keto police because
all I could smell is their breath.
Yeah, guys. So going into the podcast then, and what we're going to talk about. So first thing we're going to cover is cost versus value. Now, Alex and I have had this many times.
Yeah.
Where we've sat down for a consultation, or we've had a client come to us, and it's like, right, I'm interested in your service. Talk to me. So you sit there, you go through it all, and then you come to that awkward price moment. As soon as you tell someone the prices, you get one or two reactions. It's that, yeah, that's okay, let's go for it. Or it's, oh, that's a bit more expensive than I thought. Those people obviously don't understand or see the value, I don't think, in a PT or in a coach. Now, we're going to go into it a little bit more in the podcast. However, I spoke about it in the last podcast, about how I kind of neglected my body in the past, how I've not, how I'd rather go and, piss 200 quid up the wall
instead of having a massage.
And I've been a culprit of it myself. However, when someone kind of turns the nose up at it, or when you get people saying, "Oh, that's a bit expensive," I don't think people understand the value in a PT. We actually.
It's not. It shouldn't be an expense. It should be an investment, and that's what it. And I think that's what it is. I think that's what it boils down to. Is a lot of people for a lot of people, they might have had a PT in the past, and it was more they saw it as an expense because they maybe didn't get to the point that they need to. Whereas what we're trying to say is like, if you invest in us, it's going to be a lot more beneficial to you than seeing it as an expense, as a monthly expense that. If it came to it, you go, no, I'll get rid of that. That makes no difference to my life. Kind of.
It's one of them. So I've had clients. I reckon the vast majority of my clients who have come to me and said, Nick, I've been training for 2-3 years, and nothing's changing. I've been working hard. I've been doing this, that, the other. I've been going to all these classes, my body's not changing. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. What we do is we pave the way for you. We show you how to take. We show you how to take your body from where it is to where you want it to be. Whether you want to put on muscle mass, whether you want to reduce body fat, or whether you just want to become a fitter, stronger, healthier person. We do all that for you. We have the experience in it, and it's what we do day in, day out. Now, some people suffer, with obesity and stuff like that, and they get stuck in bad ruts, and they don't understand or know how the body works or how they can reduce the body fat, and sometimes it can be life-changing. It's not just about getting that shredded six-pack for the beach in Marbs. Sometimes it's about changing lives, and
that's the better ones. I think it's the ones where it's all well and good getting people in shape for their holiday and stuff, but it's the ones that really give you that like gratification, that sort of like true sort of feeling of this is why I do what I do, are the people where it's those instances where you are genuinely having an amazing impact on someone's life. And I think that when things like that happen, it's like, this is why I do what I do. It's all, as I said, it's great getting people in shape and making people feel better and confident, but when you get these stories of just people that just, and it almost gives you shivers down your spine when you start, the more you have a client and the more sort of trust they start in you, and then the more they open up to you, and then the more you actually find out really the reason they came to you. And then what I think, not funny, but it's like, it's in a way that, but once you then find out the true reason, it's like, right, we're on to a winner now, like this is going to be amazing. And it's funny, it's like, you need to almost get to that, like dig to get to that sort of true golden reason of why they really came to you, and then that's when you just, is when you're going to be changing lives.
And what you forget sometimes is you and I are in the fitness industry. We eat, sleep, breathe fitness. Every aspect of it, from diet to training programs to strength programs to how your body works to mobility. We live that every day. So sometimes we forget that not many people understand and know the kind of training the way we understand it and know it. And a lot of people don't understand how to structure their own training programs. A lot of people don't understand how to set their own nutrition targets and calorie targets, even though all the information's out there on the web. People don't know how to interpret it and base it and even set their own routines in their own life. And that's what we do. We come in and we show them how to structure their lives. Yeah. Now, I've got a client, a very particular client, who started off, he come to me, he was a bit down, he was going through a real kind of depressing time in his life. He'd put on loads of weight, he was struggling, he just had a bad breakup, and he was just, rock bottom, literally rock bottom. Within 3-4 months, I'd say within 4 months, we hit his goal. So reduced all of his body fat. He was looking lean, in mega shape. And at the end of that 4 months, he said to me, because the guy is currently doing a PhD, so money's, he's not got that much money at the moment. He's currently working part-time and doing his PhD at the same time. So he said to me, one thing I don't want to give up, Nick, is I don't want to give up these personal training sessions. Oh, so he was marking extra papers just to pay for the PT sessions, just because of how it made him feel. The structure.
See, that's wicked. That's so good.
The structure that it gave him, the kind of knowledge that it gave him. Every session, we set him on 2 to 3 month programs at a time. He's currently on a bulk, putting on a bit of size, loving his training. He turns up promptly at every session, and he gets so much out of every session. This guy thoroughly loves the training, and the PT sessions have noticeably changed his life. Even so, the guy was actually a personal friend, not so much of me, of a brother of mine, my brother, should I say. He was a personal friend of my brother, and that's how I come into contact with him. And even he said, I can just see so much of a difference in him. He's out looking live, the way, the spring in his step, the way he is. It's completely changed the person.
It's the mental side of it, though, isn't it? And it's then when you're able to change someone's mindset and confidence and way they just sort of have this different outlook on life and see things in a different way, and maybe had anxiety in certain aspects of life that they just needed to conquer, but then by going to the gym and losing a little bit of weight and having this then inner confidence in themselves completely just takes that whatever it might have been away. And like you using him for an example, and you look at him and how like when he first came to you think that he did have that anxiety, and then now goes out confident. Like.
I think the moral of that story there is that he doesn't see the PT sessions as an expense. He sees them as an investment, something that has drastically changed his life, and something that is constantly, making him stronger, educating him on the gym, educating him on gym routines. We talk about the structure of gym routines. We talk about, we at the moment we're currently going deep into compound movements and stuff like that. How you kind of, because I teach him how to do these things, but he wants to know more. He wants to lift more now. Do you know what I mean? And it's getting right into the nitty gritty, how his mobility works, what can he do? Because the guy also suffers with arthritis as well. And since he's been training with me, so he used to get two or three incidents a week. He's got contraptions all around his apartment that he uses to open cans and stuff like that. And since he started training me, he maybe has one a month. Yeah. And it's crazy just how much it's affected his life.
But I think I've said to you this, obviously, like just off the cuff whenever I'm not sure. And I think that's why, on a personal basis, I love my mobility clients, and I love my clients that.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
I do so much mobility focus with them because I'm changing their whole functionality when they go into real life, and it's amazing the type of. Something as simple as someone tying their shoelaces, they had to get their wife to, and they now can do it themselves, and it's like, wow, like
that's crazy.
Nuts. And they say like, oh well, now I can like touch my toes, or
but as flexible as a Kit Kat.
I had a woman who she had hip surgery 10 years ago, and it went wrong, and over 10 years she was walking with a stick completely. Then her hips were all over the place. Like I promise you, hip alignment, like. Shifted all over the place. Like this is at my old work, and in our sessions I would teach her how to walk properly. Like for 10 minutes it would be a case of her walking up and down the gym with me help, like, and then she would come in like a couple weeks or whenever she'd come in, and then she'd say, I've just walked around town for the first time in 10 years. She was like,
shut up,
I can't believe it. Like and stuff like that. It almost fills you up.
And and when things like that happen, it's truly amazing,
when you're just like, shit, this is why I do it.
When that actually happens to you, and you get clients, because we've both had many clients where we've actually changed lives and stuff like that. And when someone comes to you with a real heartfelt, thank you and gratitude, it makes you well up. Like it honestly makes you remember the reasons why you do what you do and why you got into what you do. It's and
it motivates you.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Like,
so we know a lot about what we do. We know how to structure things. We know how to get things done. But when you see the process work,
it's good. It's a good feeling. Yeah,
when you see it actually work, it's honestly truly amazing.
And that's that. Like, to finish on that point, that's what it circles back to. That's at the forefront of everything we do. It's like as much as yes, you are spending this money and you're investing in what we're doing, but we are investing back in you. And it's like we are you're getting so much more, and you should get so much more than just that hour session in the gym. And it's the same reason why I tell say other coaches who are just starting off and they're trying to do their thing, get involved, and they say to them like, how much do you charge per session? I say, well, I don't charge per session, I charge for a monthly package. When you figure it out, it's X amount per session, but I try to get people clear of the mindset of paying for an hour on the gym, because
it's not about a price per session.
It's a price of everything.
It's about the service you provide.
Exactly.
I've actually had.
So you're the same. You do the same with Jeannie. It's like you've all got a package.
So here's another good one. I actually had a client. This guy's been with me for quite a long time as well. And in the consultation, we were sat there. I told him the prices, and he went, "Oh, that's a bit more expensive than I've ever paid actually for a PT. Probably 30% more than I've paid for PTs previously. Is there any chance we can?
I hope this is going well.
Is there any chance we can come to some agreement on price?" And I said no. I said, I believe in my service. I believe in what I can deliver, and everything that we give to our clients. So if you don't think that my price is reasonable, you know, I can't lower my price because
my price is my price
because that is what I'm worth.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of in terms of the job that I deliver, and that actually brings us on to our next point, and it's the services that you provide as a PT. Now, there are a few PTs out there. I'd say a lot of PTs get a bad name because there are I don't want to be too negative on the industry. I don't want to come across like I'm slagging other PTs off, because I'm not. There are a lot of good PTs out there. However, there are a lot
of rubbish.
Yeah, there are a lot of PTs out there that turn up, that think they can make a few quid off just smashing clients for an hour.
I don't know what you've got in your package, mate, but no wonder he said this is more expensive than I've ever paid before. That's a pretty expensive service.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Don't Mess with the Zohan?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you don't understand the movie reference, troops, watch You Don't Mess with the Zohan and have a look at his service packages, right? Because you'll understand what we're talking about. Pardon me. Yeah, so...
I think, though, that point... So, sorry to butt you in, but that boils... That little point, I think, I've said it to other people in the industry, I've said it to other whatever, that I feel the way you can qualify as a PT, I don't think should be allowed. Like, I qualified in 6 weeks, and I don't think you should be able to do that, because I think you should have to go through the same process as a nurse does to qualify through uni.
I think it's a weird one though, mate.
Because if you look, I think genuinely that is probably the reason why there's so many rubbish people out there, because they get this qualification and they go, but I know what I'm doing.
I think PTing. I mean, look, I'm 32 years old, right? I know what you're thinking. I don't look it, right? Anyway, we digress. I'm 32 years old. I remember the first time I don't actually remember it, but the first time we started training as kids, I remember the stuff we used to do when we was in the living room at my dad's house, you know, picking up weights at 4 or 5 years old. So training's been a massive, massive part of my life. And it's that experience of me training for, 26, 27 years that has led me to the point that I'm at now, that I can confidently deliver the sessions that I can to my clients with the wealth of experience and knowledge that I have. Now, I don't even... I think... Yeah.
No, because I would say, because there's so much... You've got the PT qualification, but as we've said in that first episode, is that you've got to also be a businessman or woman. You've got to be a salesman or there's so much more around just PT that people don't understand, which is actually probably the harder bit than doing PT, and why so many people fail in the industry, and why we've got such a big dropout rate. And I feel that if there was a more regimented process that you had to go through, like a degree, not so much a degree, but like a 2-3 year, and then you go on placements, and you're in a gym, and you get the exposure, you learn, you shadow other people, you shadow good people, you learn the craft before you're then thrown in, because it is literally, you get this qualification, and then you might not, where I first started, I didn't have a single person tell me what, and that was why I came to Pure Gym, and I was like, what's lead generation? What the hell is this? And what's all this different, I think I was just thrown in, and it was just swim, mate, just, you do whatever you want to do, just swim. But it's if I probably had the right instructing going through a qualification course.
And mindset, you had the right mindset as well.
But I think that's why I was okay, because I've got the work ethic and the mindset and the sort of, not the knobheadness.
Yeah.
Knobheadness. That's a word.
Knobheadness, yeah.
That's a word that's been added.
I'm sure I've read that in the Urban Dictionary.
I'm happy that's a word. That
I concur.
I don't feel like that I want to constantly learn and constantly evolve, whereas you get people that go, nope, I know it.
The issue is,
I think it just depends. It depends people.
The biggest thing, the biggest issue that I find is that there are people out there that have real issues, that are looking to reduce body fat, that, you know, are living in kind of fear of going out because they hate the body shapes. There's people out there that really suffer with their self-consciousness, with their image and stuff like that. And if you pick the wrong PT, someone that's not really interested, that's just looking to grab your money every session, then it can be really, really soul destroying.
Yeah.
Soul destroying, and also it can really affect your mentality and make it even worse because you've not got to where you wanted. And then you think to yourself, well,
that was a waste of money.
If I can't do it and a PT can't do it for me, maybe I'm just screwed. And I'm never going to get there. And that's not the way
and then
works.
That's probably why then they don't value, say, having another PT down the line who is actually true and honest and will get them there.
But don't ever think that's the case. If you're listening to this podcast and you take one thing away from it, it's that your body can change, yeah? And PTs can pave the way if you get the right PT. And there are a lot of good PTs out there.
Oh, there's lots.
Alex and I are going to go into the services that we provide as PTs for our clients and the things that we put on in and out of the gym to ensure that our clients get the results that they're looking for. One thing that I think we should touch, should we touch on it? Or should we touch on it after kind of results versus, or should we? No, we'll come into that later. So
we'll come into that later.
Yeah, so we'll go into services. So you start, Alex, services that you provide. I'm your client, or I'm sat in a consultation with you now, and you're telling me what you provide as a PT. What services do you provide? What do you think a good PT should provide? Because you are a good PT.
An hour on the gym floor.
Brilliant, yeah.
No, I'm joking.
I mean, hey, handsome. Just looking at you, doesn't know.
I'm joking. It's literally what we just said. No, so as I said before, I said to people that this is a package you receive every month, and you'll receive your PT sessions per week, however many we have. Something I do offer, and I've done with a couple of people, is I like do a nutrition session. So it'll be things like we go outside the gym, and it's added if they want to. It's an optional kind of thing, but going outside the gym, I'll go shopping with people. So I give people the option for that, for more people who are really going to be struggling nutritionally. Then obviously training wise, you're going to give them a proper detailed program to who they are, where they're trying to go, what goals they are, what at the end of the day their likes and dislikes are. Then evolving from that, all the mobility methods that will be like coinciding with the workout, and cardio methods if they want them. And then your like nutritional help and guidance and all that side of things. And then I've got like a WhatsApp group, so I put everyone in a WhatsApp group, so it's like that community side of things and building the community up, and just having everyone in one little place. So it means like little things, like people can post on there when people like do stuff, and then it's that
when they've done workouts on their own and stuff like that, and then people cheer them on, and
people post like memes of like someone will do a session with me and they'll post like a funny photo saying like just done legs, and it's like someone like crawling down the stairs or something. It's just funny, and it's then all a part. People then want to stay in the community and be a part of this. Like I'm in in this trainer community, and then that's all kind of centralized to an app which like I know you use as well, called like My PT Hub, and it's kind of makes everyone's life really easy. And then obviously like my consistent support and hand, and that's what I say to people is like, if I see you 2-3 times a week, that is 3 hours at most in a week. Like there's a million more, well there's not a million, but there's lots more hours in the week for things to not slip up, but of things to happen that's not going to get you towards your goals. The 3 hours on the gym floor isn't what's going to get you towards your goals. And I tell people that and they're like, oh. And I'm like, it's everything outside of those 3 hours that is actually going to get you to where I need you to be or where you want to be. And me being on hand whenever and when you need me is how that's going to happen. But
yeah, no, you're 100% right. And like with services that you provide, you know, I know you as a person and as a PT, and I know that everything you do is, it's mega. The amount of work, so the amount of work that you put in to your clients is unreal. You know, even as little as, you know, spending 2, 3, 4 weekends recording 400 exercises and then clipping them all just so your clients know exactly what they're doing when they get into the gym.
I want them to see me. I want me to be their coach.
Yeah, exactly. And that is vital. So in terms of services that we provide, it's not just an hour on the gym floor.
Yeah.
So when you sign up as a client from Team Genie, again, we create that team ethos. You get welcomed onto the Instagram with your t-shirt. Every client gets a new t-shirt. Every client gets a new t-shirt with a name on the back, just so
I'm
they
still
know.
waiting for my big Dicky t-shirt.
Little Dicky's en route. So every client gets their own t-shirt with a name on the back, so when they cut around the gym, they know they're a part of Team Genie. George and Katie also get their clients' t-shirts. So, you know, as Team Genie, George, Katie and I, we've got quite a large pool of clients, and everyone's cutting around with the Team Genie shirts on. I use the same app as Alex. We're both on it. On these apps, it's not just the workouts that a client does with us. We set a full training program, progressive training program that takes them from day one to day whatever. To as long as they train with us. Generally, I use 2 to 3 month programs because they're good. Because then that way you can kind of see progress. Changing exercises every session is not good for you. You don't need to do it. What you need to do is you need to stick on a solid program, whether it's a 1 or 2 week rotation of workouts, because you need to see your body progressing. You need to see your strength going up, and you need to see your fitness times coming down in terms of you getting fitter and your recovery rate getting quicker. Now, this app is also used for check-ins.
I didn't say about that.
So every week I do a body weight check-in with a client. Every month we do a full body check-in where I get the tape measure out. We measure, you know, the neck, the chest, the waist, the hips, the arms. We do all that to kind of see where they're reducing body fat, because everyone loses body fat in different places at different rates. Everyone's different, but it's good for them to see where they are reducing it and how they're reducing it, and also to let them know that they're doing well and that they're smashing it. Because if they are, they need that confidence boost, and they need to know that they are doing really well.
Yeah, it's amazing. I definitely have instances where I think people feel they aren't making progress, and we go in that console room and we'll do a couple measurements, and I'll go, "You've lost like 3 inches off your waist," and they're like,
"Boom shakalaka."
Oh my god. Or like you jump on the body scanner and they're like, they've lost 2-3% body fat, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, you see yourself every single day. You're not gonna.
That's a big.
You don't notice those big changes because every day you're critiquing yourself and saying, "Why am I not losing weight? Why am I not losing weight?" And it's like, it's why progress photos are obviously amazing as well.
Yeah, progress photos are massive.
You're looking at this and you go, "Oh, I haven't lost anything," and then you're like, "Oh my god, I'm a different person."
Yeah.
And I think that, as you said, it's so motivating.
So then, as well as training programs and check-ins, we then have the nutrition side of things. Your PT should be sitting down with you and setting a nutrition program. Every single one of my clients, when they first sign up, and every 4 weeks or every month, gets a new nutrition program which assesses if you've reduced in body fat, your calories cannot be the same as last month. Yeah. Right? They can't be, because you're lighter in weight and your biometrics have changed. So we need to reassess that. Having said that, what I don't do, well, I do it on request, but what I don't do is I don't write full meal plans for people.
I don't do that.
And the reason why I don't do it is because when I very first initially started off, I had 2 clients. One was a chef, one owned a restaurant, and they asked for a meal plan, so I wrote them a meal plan. Or back then I used to write all my clients' meal plans. I give them a meal plan, and they both laughed at me and went, "Nick, what is this shit? I'm not eating this shit. There's no taste in this." Now me, guys, I'm a human dustbin. I will eat anything, right? I don't need taste. I don't need flavour, right? I can eat the same thing over and over again without blinking an eye. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Right? But these 2 clients looked at me and went, "Nick, are you serious? What is this shit? There's no taste in it." So from that point on, I started setting calories and macronutrient targets. Making sure they're getting the protein, making sure we're not going over with carbs, but they've got the right amount in there to keep the fuel going, and kind of fats just to fill up the rest of the
do what they like.
Yeah, fill up the rest of the targets. What I also set on top of that is a daily step target. Because neat calories are massively important. So I set them a daily step target, and I also set them targets to hit in the gym. So let's just say, for example, Alex is my client. He's got a training program of 4 days, should we say. He's doing 2 sessions a week with me. right? On the app, he's got his own training program that I've set for him that he's doing with and without me. So I expect him to do 2 sessions with me and 2 sessions in the gym on his own. Now on our app, once they complete a workout, it sends it to us and I can see what they've lifted. So the next time we come to that workout, we're up to date. I haven't got to pull out my notepad and pen back, or try and remember back to that session that I made up a few weeks ago.
I think what
you lifted, because I've got the memory of a sieve. Yeah, the second it's happened, it's slipped out again. Yeah, I know I've got a shit memory, and that's why I need tools like this to help my clients progress. So that's the nutrition side of things. It's important that if you've got a PT, that your PT does things like that for you. If your PT is not setting your nutrition targets or setting your calorie targets, how can you reduce body fat? Because saying eat good food is not good enough.
Well, so as I said before, like how I say to people, we won't get you where you need to be by those 2-3 hour sessions in the week that we PT. It's everything else that comes with it. So if you have a PT who's just giving you those 3 sessions per week, what's gonna happen? You might get somewhere. You will lose body fat. You will, because you're increasing your energy expenditure.
It's like we said though. It's like we said. To burn 1 chocolate hobnob in the gym, you've got to do a 78 calorie blast on the air bike.
Yeah, which is ruthless.
I am honestly interested to know if anybody watching this podcast has ever done a 78 calorie blast on an air bike.
Without dying,
right? Because I had a client the other day who did a 15 calorie blast on the ski erg, and she got off it, right? And she was hanging, it was hard, right? And I said to her, you've just burnt a 1/5 of a hobnob. And she looked at me and went, what? I said, you've just burnt a 1/5 of a hobnob. And she went, what do you mean? I said, well, a hobnob's about 75, 78 calories. I said, you've just done 15 calories, which is about 1.5 minutes on a ski erg, which is a good old blast on it. And she was mortified. She went, I'm not eating hobnobs ever again. But
that's
but it's that education. It's us educating clients on nutrition, and you need to have that as part of your service. If that's not part of your service, then
you don't have a service.
Then you don't have a service, because the 2 biggest things that should be in there: a training program and nutrition. If you're not setting a training program and a nutrition plan for your client, then what is the service?
Yeah. If the service is, I'll give you an hour session on the gym floor, then you're nailing it.
Yeah. On top of that, we do have a few additional extras. So as Team Genie, our clients get their own T-shirts, like I said. They get welcomed onto the Instagram. We have social events. So we have a summer ball and a Christmas do.
Yeah, you're sick for your socials.
Yeah, so we have a Christmas ball, a summer ball and a Christmas social where we take all of our clients out, and we pay for it, Team Genie. We take all of our clients out for a fun night where they can forget about calories and gym workouts, and they can just enjoy, just a friendly atmosphere. We have adventure walks that we plan. We have what else do we have? We have the Genie Body Kitchen, which is our healthy cookbook. So every single one of our clients, to help them on their journey, get 30 brand new healthy recipes every month with a MyFitnessPal scanner to scan straight into their food diary, just to make life easier and make their fitness journey easier. So when they sign up, they don't just get a PT for an hour, they get a full package, everything, and me on hand. Me. They get to listen to me.
I'd pay good money for that.
You're damn.
I get that for free.
You're damn. Listening to the dulcet tones of me. Anyone listening on the podcast, I'm actually staring deeply into Alex's eyes as I say these things.
I like it.
Yeah. So, in terms of a service, it's got to be structured.
I think that's the same with everything going on at the moment with the app that's being created for me, and going down all that side of the route, like with Sarah getting involved and providing loads on the recipe front, because I think that's with you when you speak about recipes and doing all that, I know I'm so bad at that.
I do want to give Sarah a big shout out. She's an absolute beast. at recipes. Some other food that she makes, honestly, it gets me drooling stood still.
Yes, you better be excited for the amount of...
Yeah, I'm just waiting for her to cook me some food personally as well, because I've never really experienced it, so...
I mean, she could do it right now, couldn't she?
She could, yeah. But I don't know. She just doesn't... I don't know. I just don't think she loves me very much.
Does someone just cough in the background?
Yeah, I know. However, she can cook because I've seen the pictures. However, I've not tasted it.
Oh, boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. So Sarah,
I can vouch. To be fair.
So Sarah, I'll call you out. Yeah.
If you're listening to this, Sarah.
If you're listening to this, Sarah, right, you cook, Nicky B some food so we can taste it and authenticate it. Okay.
But that's so I know I don't get motivated by cooking. I don't get inspired by cooking.
I enjoy it, but I don't get motivated.
I
like eating it.
Yeah, I like eating it. I like tasting food.
I like eating it.
I can't be arsed with the process, man.
Yeah.
And Sarah is so good at that and so amazing at it, and does enjoy it in some ways. I think otherwise you wouldn't do it. And I think that's why
that's why I love the slow cooker. the slow cooker, right? I kid you not, I can make a curry with 15 minutes prep time. I got my chicken cutter, Katie, right? they're not a necessity, however, they do help with efficiency, right? So if you need a chicken cutter, right, give me a call. I'll send Katie to you, right? She cuts the chicken, I'll cut the onions, and troops, if anyone's ever seen me cut onions, I wear swimming goggles, right?
Yeah, I want to see
and there's a reason why I wear swimming goggles, man. I'm just...
Because you're a little bitch.
You little bitch. Right? It's because I just can't handle crying over onions, right? So I wear swimming goggles and I'm protected. Do you know why onions
here we
make
go.
you cry? Do you know the reason why?
Acid.
No, because every time you cut one, they tell a sad little story that gets to your heart. So stop cutting onion strips.
Oh right, yeah, because they're sad stories.
Yeah. So this.
What were we talking about?
What were we talking about?
Talking about having an app and having recipes and providing that side of things and having. It's all about. It all boils back. I think the main reason I've gone down that route is because I want to make people's life as easy as possible, and I think in some ways, as selfish as it sounds, probably make my life as easy as possible as well, to know that I have an amazing system in place, that I have confidence that...
But it's your reputation as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your reputation, and that's what you have to remember, you know. There's two sides to this. You say that a PT is measured by their success in clients. However, there is only so much you can do with the client, providing what they do with their willpower and how much effort they put into it. But the services that we provide,
I think that's perfectly going to go on to our point, isn't it?
Yeah, the services,
expectation versus dedication.
Yeah, the services that we provide leave little room for error, and all you have to do is follow it. We set your nutrition, your training programs there. On the app, there's videos of every exercise, so you don't need to worry about not knowing what to do in the gym or feeling lost. Everything is there for you to see. Plus, if you're in a session with your PT, they should be showing you exactly what you're doing. And if you've got any questions, that's it. We're not just a PT for that hour. We're life coaches, and even in some cases, I've been a therapist as well.
Oh, you're everything.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing as well. Like, people definitely unload on you.
Yeah.
And like
it's
like
me with my barber. When I get in there, man, he gets it.
Yeah, actually, you know, mine's exactly the same. My barber, I feel, is my PT. Yeah. He's my guy that I go to him and go, oh,
he's
mate.
my therapist. Yeah.
So I need to see him so much.
Yeah.
Plus, you get that fresh fade.
Yeah, get that fresh fade ting, you know.
So I need to drop him a text, get
that fresh trim.
Get an appointment in tomorrow.
Yeah, you need that Friday trim.
Yeah, that Friday weekend trim.
You're done though.
But yeah, like, it is 100%. If someone's had a bad day, someone's had a good day, someone's had a good, like, something fun at work's happened, they definitely, and I actually like that side of it, and I like that someone trusts in you so much that they do open up, and if they, and it's, but again, it boils back to that point of how amazing it feels
it's going the extra mile.
Yeah, it is.
It's going the extra mile. So a basic service should include your training program and your nutrition plan, and then going the extra mile is creating a whole back office for people to use in terms of the app with all the workout programs loaded on for easy use, a cookbook for people to use to make healthy meals. You know, having that on-hand PT, all this is going the extra mile to make sure that you've done everything possible that you can do for your client to achieve their goals.
And that's like, so that's what I was going to say as well, that it's amazing how then when you can have someone who will text you saying, oh, I've had a rubbish day at work, like, go easy on me tonight. And I'm like, I'm not going easy on you.
No.
Like, if anything, I'm going worse on you.
No, I don't understand what that means.
But it's hilarious how then what's brilliant, and this is why it's such an amazing feeling, is then what's the amount of people that then as a response for that after the session, they text you saying, thank you so much for that. Like, I feel amazing. I feel so much better about my day and how things are. And I think, again, it boils back to that, being the person that people can put their trust into, and then why it then always originates back to, this is why I do what I do. And it's those little, like, as little as it is, it's such a nice feeling when someone does say, tells you a little bit of story and opens up, or even just drops you a message and says, like, but I think on the flip side as well, the power of us messaging someone after a session and saying, mate, you smashed that today, well done.
Yeah,
I think then on the flip side, if someone messaging, a client saying to me, thanks for that session, that was wicked, on the flip, me doing that to them, it's only going to result in happiness.
It just lets people know that you're thinking about them and that you care.
That is...
because we do care. We don't just say it because we want more business and we want people to think that we care. We say it because we do. And we do genuinely care about how people feel, how they get on in a session. You know, generally on the first few sessions that someone comes in for, I like to give them that confidence boost. I like them to know that they can feel comfortable in the gym. 100%. I once signed a guy who was quite an older gent. He was gay and he'd been bullied at a young age, and he really struggled with, he'd never actually been in a gym in his life because he found it really intimidating. So one night, I think it was like 9 o'clock on a Saturday evening, I told him to come to the gym. I said, be quiet, just me and you in there. And I showed him that the gym's not a scary place. Fast forward 4 weeks, the confidence oozing out of this guy was unreal. Going to the gym, banging out workouts on his own, his body changed. He started wearing short sleeve shirts, things that he'd never done before, showing people his muscles, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And like got a real buzz about it. Now, first few sessions after we finished, just reassure them. Say, you know, when you first take a client on, send them a message. Look, well done, man. You've done so well today. Like, I know you might think this went wrong, that went wrong. However, it's a learning curve. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. But what you did do right was this. And it was really impressive. And just let people know that you're thinking about them and that you're happy with what they're doing, just so that they can be happy with what they're doing.
100%.
Yeah.
That awkward silence.
Yeah, that was a bit of an awkward silence, wasn't it? I was expecting you to trump again.
All right. Oh.
Yeah. This guy's like Windy Billy.
Windy Billy?
It's alright, guys. I've just come back from India, so I'm fresh up with the bloody accent, you know.
But yeah, so this is what I think we should kind of conclude and finish on, is that we set all these systems in place and we have everything in place for you to get you to the best place possible and the place you want to get to in reality in the shortest space of time, because that's what anyone wants. But obviously you've still got to tell people it's a long run and you've got to be in it for the long run, but we will get you there in the quickest, safest, sustainable way. But at the same time, our job is to motivate.
We're not going to be making you eat cobwebs and dust.
We're not, but we're also not. We're not magicians,
no.
And I think that's what a lot of people think. And we're not. If you go home and smash loads of food and do that on a consistent basis, and then are onto us that we haven't got you anywhere, it's like, well, I know I like it's.
We know the process and we know how it works. You can't lie to us.
And it's so fun, the amount of people that try to.
I've been blamed for all sorts in the past. I've been told it's my fault that people are putting weight on, this, that, the other, and you do have to be a little bit stern with people sometimes and say, look, are you being honest? Are you being honest with what you're putting in your food diary? Are you being honest about your portion sizes? And you do have to confront people, although they're
Because we know that they're not.
Yeah, although they're paying for the service and they expect you to say yes sir, no sir, I'm Mr. Client sir. Sometimes you have to throw that out the window and say, listen, sit down. This is how it works. Do you know what I mean? But by bending over to people's whims, you kind of devalue your service.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're there to help people, but also if people are lying to you, you need to call them on it. Now, I'm not saying be a bastard.
Be a bastard.
It's not about making people feel shit because they're not doing what's right. It's about educating them and saying, look, sit me down and talk me through where you're struggling. You know, just be honest with me. Be honest with me. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you. If you're being honest with me and telling me where you're struggling, I can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like open.
Yeah.
Tell me.
If you wanna call me up for a brew, if you wanna go and sit down for a brew, yeah, and have 5 minutes outside of a session and sit down and talk to me about where you're struggling, I will do that for you anytime. Yeah. But just be honest with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's that kind of results versus client expectation. Or client dedication versus client expectation.
Yeah.
As a client, or as a PT, we pave the route. However, you guys have got to walk it.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, you guys have got to walk it. It does require willpower, and it does require a little bit of dedication. Well, a lot of dedication on your side. But once you set a good routine, once you start getting into healthy habits, it just starts clicking.
Yeah.
It starts clicking. And when it starts clicking, you're like, Nick,
this is working.
Is that all it takes? I'm like, yeah. It's not rocket science. It's you know what I mean? I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just showing you how to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
on that note, I
and
think
on that bombshell,
that is the way to conclude it, I think.
Yeah, and I think, just have a look at what services you're getting for your money. I think that's important. It's important that you get in those. It's important that you get in your training program. It's important that you get a nutrition plan, and it's also important that you get in check-ins. I think those three things should be a base level. Going the extra mile then just makes you even happier. It makes you happier. It makes the system in place.
Yeah, at a bare minimum.
It makes the system in place a lot easier, and it makes life easier for you. However, we wish you the best of luck on your fitness journey. We hope you smash it, and just again, it's just dedication. Yeah. And if you need any nutrition, training advice, anything at all, Alex and our Instagrams are on the page. Give us a shout.
And also just comment down on here. Just comment on this. Like, if any of you are watching who don't necessarily know me and Nick that can just approach us and come drop us a message, just drop a comment down below. We'll see it and we'll reply to it. As simple as it can be.
Mm-hmm. Right, troops. I'm in danger of waffling here. So we're going to say goodbye. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.